Hello and welcome back to Wicked-Whiskers. In this round, I must say farewell to Fatip because I'm going to return it to my dad, but I decided to make a small comparison. So, if you're open comb kind of guy, which one would you prefer? More traditional, let's say Merkur or Gillette Old-Type design, or maybe you fancy this Italian sloping combs, open comb. So with this round I have two Astra blades, brand new, which I will load just so we can compare. Is there any differences, benefits, pros and cons to each of them? So first I will start with the traditional open comb, old type. It's a little bit dirty, but you get the idea. So these combs are pretty flat, they are not pointy, they are very smoothened on the edges, but still they sort of are pointed to your face. Could work for some of you, others might dislike. When it comes to loading, fairly easy, equal on both sides. Nothing to complain about. Let's go with the second Astra. Luckily this one was a little bit less waxed. And we will go with Fatip. I mentioned in a couple of videos that some blades for me work better in Fatip compared with the others, because these two bullet pins are a little bit thinner compared with other razors, which means that some blades would fit really tight, no wiggling, some would require some adjustments. So I'm tightening just when I feel under fingers that the blade is getting clamped. And right now I could say that this is fairly even on both sides, so I will just tighten a little bit more. Now let's go to lathering and start shaving. Okay, I'm back. And let's see how to conduct this comparison. So, I'm wetting the traditional old type for my left side. Now I showed you both of the razors on separate videos. So my only remark for this old type open comb is that it really feels more like a safety bar, because the blade is very torqued, so it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. As a matter of fact, I don't sense the blade at all, which makes this old type open comb very comfortable even for daily uses. And just like that, one stroke, north to south, almost BBS. I deliberately skipped the lathering process because I used Pro Raso red and bore brush, and this makes entire lathering a little bit prolonged, so I wanted to focus on razors only. And right now I can hear a little bit more blade singing in the Fatip open comb style. There is a little bit blade feel, although not excessively. I'm just going light and slow. So if you like a little bit more feedback from the razor, I could even now say that Fatip open comb is in a little bit of advantage. And I certainly like these falling combs. It is very enjoyable to use it. Yeah. I mean, the neck is so clean that... Oh yeah, you hear this? This side is much more efficient. So, if you're chasing for some vintage razors, you're browsing on eBay, Craigslist, whatever, I would say it is a little bit overhyped. Because during the years the technology has changed. Materials have changed. And I would not say that necessarily, and certainly not for everyone, just because you have some vintage razor which is used and praised for many years, that it is also worst compared with some modern type razors. So who knows, in 20 years maybe people will praise R89, Fatips, you know, everything which we are using today. So when it comes to shaving, I've decided a long time ago that I'm going to make my own memories. Just because my granddad or father used some other stuff, it doesn't need to mean that it will be the best choice for myself. So. I have very thin layer of leather. And I absolutely don't have the need for second pass. But I just want to do this for comparison purposes. To see how it's going to work on the second pass. And I must say, right up front, that I do have a lot of blade feel. So one of the reasons why I don't like these comparison videos is because I got used to the grip and the attack angle of one razor, and then I need to instantly switch to another. So it's not the real performance of each of one. And that's why I would recommend, if you like any of these two razors, do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Check out my other videos where I complete entire shave with one of these. That way you will see the full picture. Now on the neck, against the grain, Old-Type works much better. Same as with the grain pass. I'm not having any blade feel. I don't sense that this pass is more aggressive, which I did with Fatip's. So if you are multiple passes shaver, then Old-Type might be a better choice for you. So side to side, Old-Type, let's say new type, and let's see the damage. So on this portion, a little bit of skin damage. As you can see, it's not a cut. I don't have that blade trace. On the Fatip side, there is also one, well, also some pimples being scraped off. What I had in here was most probably some flat growing whiskers, which I obviously sliced from their, let's say, skin pocket. And this is the reason why I like to use open comb razors, because when I have that sort of slow growing whiskers or ingrown hairs, because of the open combs are having that falling combs, making the blade attack the skin first, I usually get this sensation of exfoliating everything, cleaning all the tiny micro pimples and these whiskers which are just about to break the skin surface. So as you can see, everything is pretty stopped. So even if you got few nicks or cuts, Elliot says don't worry, because I have no particular stinging. It's more like refreshing tingling, so yeah, nothing too bad. Yeah, perfectly smooth after the two passes. So which head are you going to use? It's up to you. If you shave with less passes, I would go with Fatip. If you like more comfort, like straight bar comfort level, I would say go with the Old-Type. If you just like the smooth and the gentle feel on the skin, again, these combs are much more comfortable compared with these ones. Although, I must say, when I shave, I do not sense any combs on the skin. It's somehow leveled with this thick top cap that the blade is just tucked inside. So there you have it. I think that my dad is already missing this Fatip Grande and I need to return it. So thank you for watching. I really hope you learned something from this comparison. If you liked the video, stay tuned, leave a comment. Until next time, goodbye.